everyone. At this time, I'll call to order the regular scheduled board meeting for the Village of Midlothian, Wednesday, April 24th, 2024, at 7 p.m. Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Burback.
Here.
Trustee Cagney.
Here.
Trustee Crowley.
Here.
Trustee Hilly.
Here.
Trustee Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Killily.
Here.
Mayor LaRue.
Here.
You have the floor.
Thank you, sir. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I'll open the floor to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? No public comment tonight. Then I will close the floor to public comment and move on to tonight's consent agenda. All right. Tonight's consent agenda. Number 1, approval of fiscal year 2025 budget. Number 2, approval of ordinance 2140, an ordinance amending the Title 4 of the Village Code of the Village of Midlothian to add Chapter 24, providing for the regulation of vacant commercial buildings and premises. Number 3, approval of ordinance 2142, an ordinance providing an appropriation for corporate purposes by the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, for the fiscal year ending May 1st, 2024, and ending April 30th, 2025. Number 4, approval of the March 2024 Administration Department monthly report. Number 5, approval of the February 2024 Building Department monthly report. Number 6, approval of the March 2024 Building Department, March 2024 Building Department monthly report. Number 7, approval of the March 2024 Fire Department monthly report. Number 8, approval of the March 2024 Police Department monthly report. Number 9, approval of the March 2024 Public Works Department monthly report. Number 10, approval of the March 2024 Treasurer's monthly report. Number 11, approval of April 3rd, 2024 committee meeting minutes. Number 12, approval of April 10, 2024 board meeting minutes. And number 13, approval of the list of bills. Is there any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda?
You want to pull it?
Just a point of clarification, we didn't need a hearing for the budget?
We do not need a hearing for our budget, no.
For our budget?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's our internal, that's all our internal stuff. Any other?
Yes.
Right after or right before?
Did we schedule the hearing event?
Yes, it was published in the newspaper.
But did we put an agenda out for the hearing?
No, we have to do that.
Can we do that next week, May 1st?
So we're going to have to pull number 1 off.
So
It was published.
Yes.
It was published, but we didn't have, put it on, have an agenda for it, so
Public hearing.
So that's gotta come off.
Well, does the public notice serve as an agenda?
Not in the open meeting, because the Open Meeting Act requires that there be an agenda in addition to the notice. So it would be notice and then the agenda attached
So
to
we
the
have to
notice.
publish another notice if we're doing it?
Yes.
Does it have to be 10 days again? Since we already waited 10 days, can we publish it for next week?
Let me look into it. Let me look into it, see, I don't want to misinform you, see what the technical notes are, but certainly the fact that we didn't have a hearing, the fact that we didn't have an agenda, we don't comply. Both you make, or for that matter, for the requirements for appropriations.
For the appropriation.
Yeah.
But the budget's in.
Double whammy there.
So that's gonna come off tonight's consent agenda,
So what's coming off the agenda?
the appropriation ordinance.
Well, should we do them both together?
Well, I think we should still approve our budget.
Still approve the budget.
Yeah.
So is a trustee removing approval of ordinance 2124?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
You don't have to. All right, any other item any trustee would like off tonight's consent agenda? All right, then I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda without item number 3, which is approval of ordinance 2142, an ordinance providing an appropriation for corporate purposes by the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2024, and ending April 30th, 2025.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Caving.
Aye.
Trustee Burback.
Aye.
Trustee Hilly.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. At this time, I'm looking for a motion to postpone item number 3, the appropriation ordinance.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Trustee Burback.
Aye.
Trustee Caving.
Aye.
Trustee Hilly.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
I would just note for the record on agenda item number 2, the ordinance amending Title 4 of the Village Code with regard to commercial property buildings, registration, vacant registration. That, in its original draft, had been presented to the board as ordinance number 2139. That number was taken by another ordinance. The board never voted on 2139, so therefore it was renumbered 2140. I just say that to avoid any confusion for the record.
Thank you. Moving on to trustee business, Trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a reminder that we're having our adult prom next Friday, May 3rd, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Park District. We've sold 54 tickets so far. We're very excited that it's been a well-received event. If people would still like to go, you can buy tickets at the Park District through the 28th, and you can buy tickets through Monday, April 29th, and we hope to see everybody there. And that's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Burback.
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Hilly.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Caving.
Thank you, Mayor. First thing that's not on the agenda is our Civic Plus contract for the software that the Village Building Department uses. I had presented a proposal to the board, I believe it was in December or January, and we are at the point where, and I apologize because I let this get past me, we are required to sign a contract by May 1st to accept the software. And so I apologize that I did not get this onto the village's, onto one of our agendas for approval. So I'm going to ask the board if we can, if it's okay with the board, if we go ahead and sign the contract and put it on next week's agenda for approval. Failure to do so will cause our contract to lapse, and the company will have to just give us our data back, and then we won't have a database. So, and that's not something we want to happen. So the company has agreed that they will, what's happening is they're transitioning all of their clients off of the current platform, and they're moving everybody, migrating everybody to a new version, and they've agreed to work with Midlothian and transition our team towards the end of their whole transition schedule process. So that we won't have to do it like next week or in June. We could probably do it the middle or the end of the summer. And that'll give our staff a little bit of time to get used to the, take a look at the program again. So does anybody have any questions about that? Okay. Next on my agenda is I'm asking the board if we can, we need to bring in our TPI consultant, Jay Hoover, for a third day. And if Jay's not available because of his, because of an existing schedule, then TPI will provide us with another building inspector that can come and help the village. But we are getting into our busy season. We have a lot of development projects that are going on that are going to require more time of our inspector staff. And we also surprisingly have been very, very busy this year with zoning variance applications, and special use applications. I think we've had more applications in the last 5 months than we've had in the last 6 years. So, and those are very time consuming for all of the staff, not just the building staff, but Jackie helps with those, and village attorney spends a lot of time on those, so it's a time consuming process. So, and then the next item I have, back to the TPI. Do we have to vote on that, or no? I just need to bring it to the board for your knowledge? Okay, very good. Last thing is, I did receive a quote for demolition for the 14701 Colmar property. I will send that document to you, but the quote came in at $19,260. So I still have to review it, make sure everything's in line, share it with Engineer Plata, and make sure that, you know, it's complete, and then we'll figure out our next step. And I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Trustee Kilby?
Thank you, Mayor. Just, again, reminding everyone that this Saturday is Midlothian Cleanup Day. We'll be working on Midlothian to clean up our neighborhoods, to clean up our town, make our properties look better, and then make our homes and businesses look better also. We're going to gather at 8:30 at the Public Works Building, which is just behind to the east of Village Hall, for some coffee and donuts, and we'll work and clean up some litter, move some other debris around for a couple hours, and then we'll gather for lunch, courtesy of the wonderful donations from some of our businesses, and you'll really have a nice lunch. We need to make Midlothian look as good as we want it to be. People who litter don't care about our town, I don't think, but we do. And so if you can put in a couple hours, everybody working together can do a lot of good cleanup for Midlothian. I think you'll be surprised, actually, that there's a lot of litter you don't know about that really needs to be cleaned up. And if you can't attend that day, we're again asking you to take the 15-minute pledge, especially the homeowners. Go out on your property once a week, spend 15 minutes cleaning up the litter that is in front of your property that you probably don't even know about, because a lot of times it's on the parkway, happens overnight. It isn't what the homeowners are doing, it's what other people are doing. But it makes your property look better, it helps preserve your property values. Litter doesn't help property values, it detracts from that. So it detracts from the businesses also, that businesses get less business customers because they have litter on their properties. So let's work together on Saturday, clean up our town, and let's keep it going. We're taking the 15-minute pledge once a week. Clean up your property, make it look like you really want it to, and we'll make sure our neighborhoods in town look as good as we can. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and hope to see you all out there Saturday. We'll have a good time as usual. You know, some of trustees' favorite event of the year, so looks like decent weather, almost 78 degrees that day, so hope to see you all here. Thank you, trustee.
Whose favorite event?
I didn't say. Trustee Crowley?
Thank you, sir. Just a couple things tonight. First, I just wanted to update the board. I had our yearly meeting with our website with Civic Plus this week to kind of go over where we are and how our website is doing in engaging residents. We had a 50,000 hit increase from 2022 to fiscal year to 2023 calendar year. We had about 66,000 hits on our website last year, and that could be people going in multiple times and looking at things, but I did get a breakdown that I will be sharing with the board of the areas that everybody is looking at and what's the most commonly searched and things like that. I'm bringing this up because it is something that, websites are definitely a huge tool to our residents as well as economic development and to the village. So we are going to look at some new tools that are out there and see if they fit into the mold that we have, as well as making sure that we try to keep the website updated as much as possible. Our economic development consultant has put together a bunch of information, I should say, for the website for our new economic development incentives. Deputy Clerk Harris offered to help. She will be helping merge that information onto the website. So that's, we're gonna try and use some of the new tools to get that information so that we can interact better with potential businesses. I also wanted to just briefly talk about, I spoke to Chief Delaney this week. The police department is working on a program with having a pet clinic and a food drive for pets in May. And they will be collecting bags of food to donate to local shelters for animals in need. One of the things that we're kicking around, and I don't have the dollar amount yet, I hope to have that by next week, is offering an incentive, with the board's approval, to give a free pet sticker for anybody who brings in and donates a bag of food. I'll have the dollar amount for everybody and next week, and we can discuss it. I just kind of wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. Also next week, our Traffic Safety Committee met, and we have our chairperson of that committee will be bringing forward a new traffic safety sign, and he'll present that next week. So it's really a pretty cool sign. We will be asking the board to approve it and then to allow us to use some of our committee funds to create the sign and get it out to residents, and hopefully, with the nice weather coming, slow down some of the drivers on our side streets. In connection with that, I brought up last week or the week before that the mayor and I met with CMAP. We are still waiting, but we're hopeful that we will be able to move forward with a traffic safety plan for the entire village, which will also play into the fact that we have these traffic safety signs, and trying to get some innovative ideas to slow traffic down and bring traffic to a stop on some of our side streets. And that is all I have this evening, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to department heads, Chief Hotwagner. Thank you, sir. Chief Delaney.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Sir, Superintendent Sperry.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Plato.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Deputy Clerk Harris.
I just wanted to let residents know it's the second round of village stickers, so next round will go out the first week of May, so residents will have those in their mailbox with their water bills. That's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Director Redmond.
Just while I am there, earlier this week, I met with the senior advisor to the Illinois State Treasurer, as well as the Deputy Director of Illinois Funds. They are doing an outreach campaign out in South Suburban Cook County, and they are reaching out to see how they can assist municipalities in the area. They have agreed to come out and speak to the board if necessary. They did offer some training for village staff, as well as information on how they can help with credit cards and e-pay. So that would be a savings to the village as well as residents that come in. So hope to keep you posted on that.
Excellent, thank you. Attorney Valdez.
Nothing except for the matters in closed session regarding litigation, and it should be no more than 6 minutes at most.
Long story short, right? I don't really have much, but I did want to publicly thank you, Chief Delaney, once again for your leadership and everything you guys do, your department does, and keeping Midlothian as good as it can be, so thank you. I was going to mention this. Not to trump Chief Delaney and the police department. VFW is having their designer bag bingo fundraiser on Sunday, May 5th at the VFW. Doors open at 2. Bingo's from 3 to 6. Ticket sales are $40 pre-sale and $45 at the door. And currently they're going to have designer bags by Kate Spade, Michael Kors, Coach, and Carl Lagerfeld. Sounds like a beer, but that's all I have. Clerk Moscow.
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then at this time, I'm looking for a motion to go to closed session to discuss litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of a particular public body has been filed or is pending before a court.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are in closed session. There will be no further action following closed session.